Another interesting episode. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the following three things. Number one, Atazwane, he thanked the high tempo approach that Kaizer Chiefs have applied, or they are recently applying in their style of playing. And number two, Jose Riveiro, the Orlando Pirate coach, says a draw between them and Stellenbosch was actually a fair result. Number three, Stellenbosch coach Mr. Clive Barker said, we actually outplay Orlando Pirate. Now you know the result was 1-1 between Orlando Pirate and Stellenbosch. So I'm going to give you more about that, provided that you are interested. Are you interested? Then please stick around. To those that will stick around, guys, if you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Because to subscribe, it is free. To like the video, it is free. To comment in the comment section below, good people, it is free of charge. Good people, below there's a button called join. Please become a member of this YouTube channel. Also, there's a thank button where you just decide, I want to thank you by giving you 40 rand, 30 rand, 100 rand, 300 rand. It's just, yeah, you will see it. Just check there, you will see it. Nevertheless, please make use of those buttons. So we get into the conversation of today. So we're gonna start by the Orlando Pirate coach Jose Riveiro has got this to say concerning the game they played against Stellenbosch. Wow, quite interesting here, because what he thinks is not necessarily what the other coach thinks. He says the following: I think it's a fair result. First of all, I think both teams we had moment to win the game. I think the way Stellenbosch started the game was much better than us. Jose Riveiro was speaking to eSuperSport TV. First half was very tough. We couldn't get rid of pressing easy, a lack of teeth in the attack, so we lost the ball too many times, and we suffered the consequences. And we went into the halftime with a result that's not probably fair with what happened in the first half to both teams. And yeah, football is like that. In the second half, we were much better than the first one. We started to play the ball much better in one and with more calm and the freedom we wanted to play, and was probably our best moment in the second half before we considered the goal. But I think after the 90 minutes, it is a fair result. Gusho Jose Riveiro. Okay, yeah. Okay, I think we can't complain about that. We were solid. We were challenged in literal balls, frontal balls, and our aerial most of the time in our left side. And from then they tried to continue with the second balls, but we managed quite well. The level we showed defensively was, I think, that quite high. I think about the moment of the season where we are okay, which was a Riveiro utaita kusazoshuba. Now let's pause about what Jose Riveiro has got to say about the way he saw the game between them and Stellenbosch. You hear with Yena, he said it was actually a fair result. But the question is, Atazwane says, no, I like the new way of playing, the high tempo and all the stuff. Then let's hear what Atazwane has got to say. Then after Atazwane, we're going to hear Clive Barker replying to what Jose Riveiro has got to say. A quite interesting one, okay? Atazwane has got this to say. Quite interesting one to hear these coaches speaking. Nevertheless, Atazwane 10111, he says, I will be brutally honest. For the past 6 or 7 years, if you watch Kaizer Chiefs, we've been playing the game of two halves. It's either we start well and we finish badly, or we start badly, we finish strong. So when I explained to the media the type of game and all the stuff, it was clear that the problem was either wrong playing personnel or wrong people in terms of conditioning players. If you check who we brought in terms of conditioning players, sports scientist Mduduzi Maluleke, who is working as a senior sports scientist and strength and conditioning coach. We did our homework and we profiled him, and we knew that we need this kind of person to come and help the team. Now you can see that we can easily play with the same tempo, though there are still mistakes here and there, which is key for us to make the tempo very high. So so the opposition doesn't cope. The opposition doesn't cope. More especially when we play at home. We must suffocate them here. Wow. During the preseason, there is a player who covered 9 kilometers, if I'm not mistaken, just only for 45 minutes. And previously we covered 7 kilometers for 90 minutes. Wow, okay. That alone tells you that many of our players were not working hard enough to play for the club and win games. That's why we played a game of 2 halves. So we had to focus on that and try and improve those aspects of those individuals to try to be better. I'm glad everyone is coming alright and showing a little bit of a character hunger again to play for the club. If you can't cope with our session because they are high explosive, we will manage you because the club should play with a high tempo. Okay. So maybe the question there will be, what's your take about Atazwane's speech? Maybe the question there will be, what's your take about Atazwane's thinking to say we are going to apply this thing? And one of the key problems that we have in the past was that players were not conditioned properly, but now we are going to condition player properly, and players are improving, and there's a lot of improvement. And you know most what he's saying. Now, maybe you need to get into the comment section below. Tell me that there was a coach that commented on the game between Orlando Pirates and Stellenbosch. That coach goes by the name of Clive Barker. He's got this to say. Quite interesting. Steve Barker, man. I said Clive Barker, so Steve Barker. Hey, I don't know where. Okay, yeah. I'm disappointed in the result. It should have been 3 points. Stellenbosch FC head coach Steve Barker told the media after the match, "We outplayed them in the first half. We never seen a Stellenbosch team play the way we did." Then there was a penalty that was not given, an elbow which would have been a second yellow, and a red card that wasn't given against Onisda, and the free kick that was given which had to the Pirates goal. So I'm not happy with the point. We deserve more. We totally outplayed them, especially in the first half. The second half turned a little bit more even, but to have 8 players not available and have youngsters in his full debut out of position, we name man of the match. I can only be proud of the effort, but it's a bad result for us. Wow. At the end of the day, I don't want to sound arrogant, but I don't want to be a club that pushes Pirates. Why must we push Pirates? They are a team in the same league with 11 players, so with 11 players on the pitch. So there is no reason, he added, we are a good team, we will push any team in the league. Obviously, there are good teams with individual quality in terms of, I thought Miguel team came on and changed the game for them with Dion Hotto, so they got that ability off their bench. Tabison Munyamane came on and looked lively too. But I can be happy that we have grown as a football club and we can compete and fight at the highest level with some of the best teams in the country. Right. I think that's where we need to end this one. Yeah. I want you guys to tell me what you think about what Clive Barker has got to say about the entire situation between them and Orlando Pirates. If you have watched the game, what's your take? What's your take about the fact that these guys, they use only young players and they're able to outsmart a team like Orlando Pirates, and they play actually better than Orlando Pirates? Forget about the weather conditions. I understand the weather condition, but what's your take if you are just a football lover in this country? You're looking at how Orlando Pirates play against Stellenbosch. Now, moving along, Atazwane says there is this high tempo thing that they are trying to apply at Kaizer Chiefs. It's gonna be interesting. That's what Atazwan has got to say. He says that they even gotten to the point of hiring Duduzi Manulela just to condition the player and make them better, and have seen some improvement. He says the highest speed they've got last season was 7 kilometers and 90 minutes, but the highest they got this time, it was 9 kilometers and 45 minutes, which is an improvement. So with that, he's saying Kaizer Chiefs have changed even in terms of conditioning players. What's your take about that? The only way for me to know, you get into the comment section below. Let the conversation begin right now, right here.